He doesn't wage war, he harvests life. The Nightbringer isn't just death incarnate, it is death. This is going to be a fast, brutal lore drop. The Necron's Citan star, god of death, the Nightbringer. In just a few minutes, you'll learn what he really is. How the Necrons shattered him, why even their own nobles treat him like a ticking bomb, and where he's stalking the galaxy right now. By the end, you'll never confuse a Citan with a shard again. If you love Necron lore, or want more Star God deep dives, hit like and subscribe. It really helps keep this channel alive in the algorithmic void. The Citan were star gods, beings born in the hearts of suns, drifting across the galaxy on waves of raw power. They were living furnaces that discovered the taste of mortal life and hungered for it. When the Necron tier, a cursed and dying species, called on the Citan for aid, they unleashed monsters into the galaxy that would dwarf even the Chaos gods. And among them, Azagorod, the Nightbringer, was the most feared. He didn't just kill, he defined death. In the war in heaven, when Necrons battled the ancient Old Ones and their creations, the Nightbringer went far beyond victory. He scoured entire star systems into silence. Races vanished, cultures erased, because the Nightbringer demanded their end. The terror of his image spread like a disease. For the Aeldari, he was Kaelis Ra, the destroyer of light. For humanity, even in their primitive Stone Age days, his shadow haunted their dreams as the Grim Reaper. Across the galaxy, across countless species, the same vision burned. A cloaked figure, scythe in hand. That wasn't coincidence, it was memory, seeded into mortal minds by the Nightbringer's presence. But here's the twist. He doesn't exist whole anymore. When the Silent King turned against the Citan, the Necrons shattered their gods into pieces. The Nightbringer's necrodermis, the living metal skin of a star god, was splintered. And what survived are shards. Each shard is not a copy, not an echo. It is still the god, broken, chained, enslaved. Even fractured, he is lethal. A shard of the Nightbringer radiates dread. Simply standing in its aura, mortals collapse in terror, their life force siphoned away. Even Necron overlords, beings of living metal who feel nothing, hesitate in his presence. That's how powerful this shard is. It makes the soulless remember fear. That's why Necron dynasties don't treat him like a tool. They treat him like a bomb. Shards of the Nightbringer are stored in stasis crypts, bound in eldritch bindings, surrounded by armies of canoptech constructs to make sure he never escapes. He is only unleashed when there is no other option, because once he's awake, he doesn't care about loyalty. He doesn't care about hierarchy. He is hunger and he is death, and nothing else matters. To understand how dangerous that is, remember this: the Nightbringer is the reason most species in the galaxy have an instinctive fear of death, that primal dread when you face your end. According to Necron lore, it is his shadow, burned into the collective unconscious of mortal life. That's how far his legacy reaches. And it's not just myth. On the battlefield, the Nightbringer shard doesn't lead armies or win wars through strategy. He manifests like a living guillotine. Infantry evaporate in waves of necrotic energy. Tanks rust and collapse into dust under his scythe. Even demons, yes, creatures of the warp, have been unmade by the Nightbringer's aura, their essence consumed instead of banished. Which raises the question, if even chaos recoils from him, what is the Nightbringer? The codexes frame him as a material being, not warp-spawned. But in novels and legacy lore, there's a suggestion that he was so deeply tied to death itself. He influenced how mortals perceive it, even feeding the growth of chaos gods like Nurgle. Whether that's fact or myth, one thing is clear: the Nightbringer's shadow stretches far beyond the Necrons. And now, he's back in full focus. Games Workshop has unveiled a brand new plastic shard of the Nightbringer, replacing the 20-year-old model. The sculpt is immense, necrodermis cloaks swirling like liquid metal, scarabs crawling at his feet, and that colossal scythe raised high. This isn't just nostalgia, it's a reminder. The star gods are not gone, they are still here, lurking in shards. In Kill Team Tomb World, the Nightbringer appears as the final boss. He isn't playable, he isn't controllable. He's the cosmic terror waiting at the end of the mission. A shard of godhood buried in the dark. And in Warhammer 40,000 itself, a new datasheet is coming, letting players feel death incarnate once again, this time updated for the modern game. So here's your cheat sheet. 3 rules to never mess this up. Number 1, a Citan is the full god. A shard is the fragment, still real, still terrifying. Number 2, Citan are mythic lore. Shards are what you actually fight on the tabletop. Number 3, the god is legend. The shard is a weapon. Never forget which one you're dealing with. When the Nightbringer falls, life doesn't just lose, it gets erased. Drop a comment with the star god you fear most, and don't forget to like and subscribe before heading into the next video.